Hey everyone, so I'm heating my oven now. I'm heating the oven to 350, and you can see I've taken all the meat from here and I've put it into this pie. So puff pastry is not easy to work with. I've tried to make the edges as neatly as possible. I folded them in. And you have to stretch it. You have to stretch the puff pastry. I didn't want mine too thin because I like the pastry thick. And then I added into the meat once it cooled a little bit, just for 2 to 3 minutes. I added in 2 eggs and a cup of cheese. I used the old cheddar. And then this is my egg. I mixed up the egg. And I'm just going to brush that on top of this. And then I'll put it in and I'll bake it. And once it's a golden brown, then you can take it out and you can cut it up. That's good for 4 people. So for me, I'll have a slice of that with whatever vegetables I make for tonight. But that's an Easter pie, Easter puff pastry pie. So all these things I try on my own and I do them. And I just pricked it with the fork. I had dusted the pan with flour, and yeah, you can see how easy it is. It's good to keep creative when you're unemployed and to keep your mind occupied, because if you don't, you'll go crazy. So that's what I did now for today. Let's see. This is my pan. And then I'm just going to use a spoon to brush the top. If you have a brush, it's easier. You get those brushes to brush the. I don't have, so I'm just using the spoon, and you just brush the whole thing. My recipes I just find on the internet, and I use the whatever's on there. I didn't take cooking in high school, but I learned on my own. It's not that hard. And if the egg goes over the edges, that's fine. As long as the pastry itself is coated nicely, because you don't want it to not be coated and then this is that's all done. You get those brushes. We used to get those brushes to brush the food, but I just use this. And this is my rolling pin that I bought. So you can use the rolling pin, but with the puff pastry it's hard, because if you leave it to defrost too long, you can't roll it out. It all gets stuck to your rolling pin, and if you don't defrost it enough, then you can't stretch it. So the edges are not as neat as some people's, but they're neat enough. So I'm happy with us. And then I'll just put it in the oven once the oven is heated up. I'm keeping it warm in here because that helps with my blood pressure. My blood pressure is like 117 now. So the heat is obviously good for you. I don't mind if I sweat, that's fine. But it's good.